Hey second grade, we're going to color in our Modigliani style self-portraits today, and we're going to be using the oil pastels from your Essential Area Kit to do this. And this is a little bit different than what we would normally do. Normally we would use chalk pastels to color these in, but chalk pastels are expensive and we're not supposed to be sharing supplies right now. And the oil pastels will do, but if you are with us at home and you happen to have chalk pastels, which are square pastels that are chalky, kind of like sidewalk chalk, but they're really nice. They're not like sidewalk chalk. I would recommend using that if you have it. Also, if you have construction paper crayons, that's the magic crayons that we used in kindergarten. Construction paper crayons are just crayons that work really well on construction paper. That could also be a really good option for you as well. But the oil pastels are going to work great for this. So what you're going to do is you're going to find a color that is kind of close to your skin tone to color in your skin. So for me, that's this. And as you can see, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect match, but Modigliani wasn't really into perfect matches anyway. So I'm going to take my color that's kind of close to my skin tone, and I'm just going to start coloring it in. And just like when we were in kindergarten, we learned that you don't want to go kind of crazy all over the place. You don't want to use your whole arm to color in. You just want to move your wrist and color in gently. And you'll also notice that I'm not pressing down super hard, and I'm still getting lots of really good color. And that's because I kind of want to see some of that black paper through my oil pastel. So that's why I'm not pressing down really hard. So I'm just going along and I'm going around my black marks that I made to color in my face, because remember in my video I was using white, but you used black because you can see it in person. So I'm actually coloring on my one that I drew with black from my original video that you couldn't see anything that was happening. So I'm going to color in this whole skin area. And for some reason, whenever I say color in all of your skin, people forget to color things like their ears. So if you drew ears, make sure you color those in. And people forget to color things like their neck. Hey, if you drew a neck, I hope you did, since that's a really big part of Modigliani's art, make sure you color that neck in too. And then after I get my skin colored in, I'm gonna go for my hair. Now, the hair is kind of gonna be the thing that makes you look like you, because obviously these portraits don't really look much like us. They really look like kind of like masks, right? So the hair is gonna be the thing that makes you look like you. So I recommend using, a hairstyle that you would actually wear and a hair color that is actually yours, as close as you can get to the real thing. So I'm gonna use brown. Now, of course, my hair is very dark brown. I could probably get away with using a little black, but I want it to stand out from my background, so I'm gonna use brown. If you do have black hair though, you'll just have to have a really bright color in your background. And you probably noticed that I just colored over this line right here. That was the line I drew when I drew my head, and I don't want that to show because that's not something that you can see through my hair. So I just colored right over it so that I can get everything colored in. So if there's a mistake that you made somewhere, if you drew something that you shouldn't have drawn, or I don't know, just any mistake, you can just color right over it with your oil pastel, and it's going to get taken care of really quickly and easily. Now remember, your goal here is to make this look as nice as you possibly can, so don't rush. If you don't get it done, it's not a big deal. You can finish it next time. We're gonna have one more day to work on these after today. So I'm gonna color in all of my hair. Oh, and by the way, next time we're also adding some details, so don't think that you're done if you finish today, because that is not the case. So there's all my hair, and I'm gonna pick a color for my shirt. Double check, make sure you can see that. I'm gonna pick a color for my shirt, and that is my purple. All right, and I'm going with a dark color because Modigliani liked dark colors. But my background, I'm gonna do something bright. I think I might do yellow. All right, and I'm even gonna go around my letters of my name that I drew here. All right, I think I'm gonna do yellow. No, I'm gonna do orange for my background. I think that's gonna look cool. Now you could do more things in your background. You could split it in half and do 2 different colors. You could draw something happening back there, but you really want to keep it simple because Modigliani kept it simple. And I think the easiest way to keep a background simple is to just color it in one solid color. That way you don't have to worry about, is it simple enough? Because if it's just a color, it's simple enough. But stripes are would also be a good choice. If you just wanted to put like a big box behind it, which would give it that kind of Modigliani like illusion to the space in the room, that would also be good. Also, if you accidentally colored over your name, you can always just rewrite it. And also, I don't know if you noticed in those Modiglianis we looked at yesterday, but a lot of times he wrote his name across the top. So if you wanted to write your name across the top to really give it that Modigliani effect, that would be good. All right, that's it for today. Oh, I almost forgot my mouth. Coloring in my lips, because Modigliani always colored in his lips. He actually usually used red. Maybe I should have gone for red. Cool thing about oil pastels is you can kind of mix colors together and it still looks good. All right, so there is my Modigliani self-portrait. It's not done yet. We're gonna add some extra color details next time, but you can see I went around my lines that I had drawn. I just colored right up against them. I didn't go over them, but if you do go over them, it's not that big of a deal because you can always take your black oil pastel again and trace right back over all of those parts to bring that outline back out. And I think that definitely is a good idea on your face, if nothing else, to make sure all of your details come out on your face. All right, so I'm gonna set this someplace safe so that it is good for next time when we add in our final details, and you guys are gonna go get to work.